I'm Jen. Welcome to Como Park Zoo and Conservatory. We're here to celebrate Arbor Day and Earth Day, and I'm standing outside the Xcel Energy tiny house. But before we move inside for conversations about energy savings inside your home, I'm going to focus a little bit on the outside stuff. Here at Como, I do grow trees. I grow them under glass, but I have lots of tips for you at home for how trees can help in your home landscape with energy savings. So first of all, I wanted to start with a little bit of the bigger picture. Trees in general are going to be a great thing for our planet in terms of planting a tree that is going to absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. So we're going to get into some more details, but you know, if you just want to start with those basics, you kind of can't go wrong with planting a tree, right? So there are some situations where you can gain even more energy savings in your home from planting the tree as well. So we're not only thinking about greening the planet through the carbon dioxide that's sequestered in your tree, but also how can we save on energy costs as homeowners, and that therefore saves on energy production, right? So planting a large tree in your yard can really help save on energy costs by cooling your home more. So what you would want to choose in that situation is a deciduous tree, a tree that's going to drop all its leaves in the winter. So you actually kind of get a bonus there. It's sort of a twofer where in the summer, when the tree is leafed out and the sun is hot, you're getting lots of nice shade. In that kind of situation, you're going to want those trees on the west and the south of your house, so you really can block some of that summer sun. That's actually going to help with energy savings up to 25%, because then in the winter you get more savings as well when the leaves fall and that sun comes right in your windows. So you want to gain some of that sunlight for winter warming. So another situation, you know, sometimes you can't always do that. I know to the south of my house is my driveway and then my neighbor's yard, so I don't have the option of putting a tree there. However, I was able to get some energy savings by planting a tree next to my air conditioning unit. So this is a way that studies show you can save 10% on your air conditioning bill. So in my situation, my air conditioner is on the west side of my house, so it does get a lot of really hot summer sun. Again, a deciduous tree between the sun and that air conditioning unit is really helping it run more efficiently in the summer. And then again, the leaves drop in the winter and I get some nice sunlight in those western windows for the winter. So a final way that trees can provide some energy savings for us is through blocking wind. So this is sometimes referred to as a windbreak. You might be familiar with that in more rural settings. So if you have a bigger property or if you're out in the country, you can really do a lot with a windbreak. But even in the city, planting a more dense kind of evergreen tree that's going to really be able to block the wind through the winter can really help save on your heating costs. And that would be something you'd want to put more on the north side of your house. Pay attention to where the prevailing winds are coming from. One of my favorite resources for getting tips on which trees to choose and where to plant them would be the University of Minnesota's Extension website, and Xcel Energy has some great tips as well. So hopefully that helps you think about some great spots where you can put some trees in your yard this year.
Hello, I'm Scott. I work for the Home Energy Squad, and this is the Xcel Tiny House. We can start by looking at the outside of the house. It's got some solar panels on it, and that's a great bonus thing that you can do for your house after your house is already up to top efficiency. So let's go inside and see what kind of energy efficient measures it has. So this tiny house is probably a lot smaller than your house, but it still has a lot of the same features as your house. One thing is the lighting in the house. These have tiny lights because they're from a tiny house, but they are LED lights, and LED lights are about 6 times more efficient than incandescent lights. So any incandescent lights that you still have, the ones that get real hot, try to switch those out for LED lights. Another thing that this house has is a lot of windows, probably even more windows than your house. Things for windows that can be done to improve it without replacing them is making sure that they're fully locked. I go into quite a few homes and they're not fully locked. Fully locking the windows helps press the weather stripping up against the frame of the window to keep wind out. The other thing that can be done with windows is caulking along the trim of windows. So that's like here and here and here. You can kind of see how when they built it, they caulked it. That's typically the leakiest part of the window that we see in most houses. In the tiny bathroom here, we can also see that there's water saving fixtures. The shower head is a water saving shower head. They don't reduce the pressure, but they do reduce the flow by having tinier holes. So they might use 1.5 gallons per minute rather than 2.5 gallons per minute. In the sink, it has a similar thing. This is called the aerator here, and this aerates the water. The more air it adds to the water, the less water that comes out, and the less you need to pay for heating that water. Some other things about this home is that it has a heating system, but it's a tiny heating system underneath the bed. Your home probably has a furnace or a boiler. A good thing to do with furnaces and boilers is to make sure they're properly maintained. So for furnaces, it's good to switch out the filter every couple months, and then maybe get them serviced every year or two. The other important thing to do is to make sure it's set at good temperatures. In the wintertime, somewhere between 68 and 70 is recommended, and in the summertime, 74 to 78. Another thing that can help save energy is having a programmable or smart thermostat, and then that way you can set back the temperature lower at night in the wintertime and higher when you're gone in the summertime. Programmable thermostats you can set on a schedule to do that, and smart thermostats you can connect to your phone so you can have access to change that temperature wherever you want. Now, a lot of these products that I showed and things that are going on in this tiny home, we can assess at the Home Energy Squad. We have a crew come out, we can assess your home to make sure it has adequate wall insulation, adequate attic insulation, and we can even install things like thermostats and shower heads and light bulbs. You can look us up at homeenergysquad.net, and we can come out to your house and do an assessment and help you save energy.
Thanks, Scott, for all your energy saving tips. Happy Earth Day and Arbor Day, everyone.